Hello everybody in the village. We're back with another, what are we calling this?
Installment of the pre-marriage counseling.
That one.
Yes, this is the second part. So we're giving you the st today. We gave you the B before, so now we're gonna give you the st. And so we wanted to give a studious look today, glasses on. We have our desk and our binders because I think we're becoming more and more students of the marriage game, because our whole objective is to be solid as a rock.
It is just, on key.
I can't sing, doesn't matter.
I'm kidding.
I'm on my key.
You do a beautiful
whatever
job.
Whatever key you get is what you get.
You do a beautiful job.
That's how it's gonna be. And we're in our workout gear because, we're thinking about, haven't really talked about doing a, married couples fitness little thing. So working out together, showing our journey towards our goals. I've been a little lackadaisical, especially with my knee rehab. I've been doing absolutely nothing for like almost 3 months now. So I gotta get back to it because I do want to be able to, dunk again, shoot, show the kids how to, how I used to do it back in the day, and not mess up the other knee in the midst of showing them how I used to do it. So yeah. I'll work out after this.
New information.
New information is always good information. I like to call it informative information.
That's not. It's not necessarily good.
But
okay.
We're gonna talk about.
So quick recap.
The second half. We don't need no recap.
Yeah.
They saw the first one. You don't know? Go back and watch it again. So we're giving you this. We're gonna start with sharing because sharing is caring, and we're gonna we care so much for you, which is why we're sharing you this information right here. You ain't moving it today. Nope. Standing firm. Sharing is caring. So we want to bring with you guys what we learned as we covered this with our pastor in preparation for the days to come, the great wedding day. That's how enthused she is, by the way.
No,
She's quite enthused about it.
It's time.
It's our perfect time. So anyways, sharing. That's what we talked about.
So we're gonna read this or read this?
No, I mean, there's, there as before, there are 12 ways. So there's 12 ways for sharing, 12 ways to nurture your partner by sharing. But yeah, pretty much you gotta have a common ground. You gotta be on the same wavelength. You gotta make sure, we rocking together, rocking and rolling, day one since A1, ride or die, yeah. What?
You're ridiculous.
Same.
So, because we're two different people, there are things that we share in common and things that separately we enjoy. And we need to find a way to share those separate parts of ourselves as well. So, finances, money, health.
Yeah.
We have to figure out a way to...
We H&M over here.
To...
Health and money.
Figure out a way to get me a little bit more interested and understanding, and then him same, so that way we can share all aspects of our lives together. Yeah,
you did bring that up, that there's a lot of things I have already done. And Pastor said, well, he hasn't done everything. So yeah, there are some things out there that we can share together, that common ground. Then you talked about the separate ground, because we work in two different, so we gotta find that bridge on things that we can share together, that bridge our...
we don't need a recap, I just said it.
Our jobs and stuff, but we gotta establish that new ground.
Which is difficult.
New ground for one. One meaning because we are becoming one. So it's not new ground for two, it's just new ground for one. So pretty much what interests you can learn to enjoy because your partner enjoys them. That's going to be very difficult. because I don't want anything to do with medicine.
I also enjoy writing.
Difficult. We have to find some things.
That's not just the only stuff. I enjoy camping. I like to be out and about in nature, even though I seem to be allergic to it. There are other
no
things.
Sense. Oxymoron. You're allergic to the sun, but you want to be in the sun? Confused.
It's enjoyable.
But I think mine is more enjoyable because I love finances and money, and without it, you can't get what you want. So you have no choice but to take an interest in it, so that way you can achieve what it is that you need to. So if you need help doing that, there is a little community called the Dove Club. Yes, and where we talk about finances, because finances are very important. They're, essential to life, and using that information to build wealth for your family generationally is priceless. And so we're giving it to you as low as $5 a month right on the Patreon. Got the link right down there for you, so that way you can go ahead and support. Because the more people I have, the more content and the other individuals I can have on there too as well, to help share and spread that knowledge, because it is indeed important.
Is your commercial over?
Oh, it's just an ad,
Okay. So then there's new ground, something that neither one of us has done, that we're going to experience for the first time together.
Yes. Gotta find out what those are.
We're still searching. And then there's
I'm searching for a feeling.
Higher ground, which is the spiritual aspect that we are also working on.
Trying to get lifted. Not in the sense of John Legend. We're trying to get up there together, closest to God as we possibly can as we live on this earthly land. We're trying to get to that spiritual land. So praying together, doing the Bible readings, church participation. Not just sitting in the pew, but getting active out there in the vineyard. I need to find mine. I'm being honest, a little hesitant on that, but the Lord is working. Because I think I'm retired from that. But I don't know, we'll see. Bible reading, I do that, but we need to do it together, because if you know, Entrepreneur's Courage every Sunday. But so that's something that we got to work on. We go to church, Bible study. We're
working on it.
We try. Work schedules. It's not laziness or nothing. Just work schedules. But that brings us down to the most important part of things that we learned through our session. 12 ways. The 12 ways of sharing. You got the first 6, Q. I'll take the last 6, because we're going to flow right through.
You're not allowed to call me Q.
For this, I'm allowed to, because it's Q flow.
Yeah, you can just say you. Who else are you talking to? Anyways, enjoy some quality time together every day, which...
It's a struggle.
Yes, it is difficult for us. I work nights, he works days. You can see the problem. On top of that, there are 3 kids, so we're figuring it out. 2, do a special project together.
What? All the time?
Well, it's been a minute.
Well, yeah, because the apartment's just about put together now, but
yeah, this whole apartment was a huge project.
Still gotta put 2 TVs on the wall. So when we get to it. Yeah.
2 TVs, and for whatever reason, that clock still has no batteries in it.
Batteries are important.
Yeah, it's been sitting there for a while. 3, develop some new interests in common.
Movies. We like to go to the movies. Matter of fact, we're going to the movies tomorrow. Bright and early in the morning.
Yay.
Yes, matinee, cheap on the cheap day.
So you need an extra discount?
Plus, I might be free because I got them 2 credits. We be going to the movies so much, got points on points.
4, learn more about one another's work. Share the challenges and the rewards. So I hear about Wilson Financial and his other job all the time. And although I tell him some stories about my job, you can kind of tell it's like, but he doesn't know what I'm talking about. He's just humoring me. He doesn't want to know. And
okay, back to the finances. Okay, yeah. So
anyways,
we talk about those things and how I get paid and how I help people.
We don't care.
And but you're awake though.
They already know that we're talking about that.
Huh? What? I'm sorry. You said health and where are we at?
Five, enjoy a special date together once a week. Plan for it. Again, hasn't necessarily been every week because of schedules, but we're working on it.
Yeah, it isn't. We do things differently. I wouldn't say it's a special date because the time in which we do have, we enjoy spending it with the crew. So we kind of do something.
6, listen to him or her attentively without interrupting.
Working on it. Working on it.
Go ahead.
If you would just
Listen
shut up.
has been the theme.
No, would you just shut up?
Yeah.
Went straight to laughing, both of us, because you caught me off guard. I was like, am I 12? I think I'm 12 right now. Okay, you're right. If you would just let me complete my sentence, it would make sense.
It would make so much more sense. 7.
Be understanding. Share your feelings. On another episode, you will discover that I shared my feelings instantaneously, but I could have done it in a better fashion. But we'll probably more likely talk about that with the guests. So stay tuned. If you haven't already seen it, I don't know. This past, future past has got me confused. But either way, you'll see it. Where am I at? Say I care and I love you. Not afraid of the word anymore.
Yay!
So,
progress!
I say it every now and then. Make plans. Set goals together. Oh, we killed that one. What?
Yeah.
We got a plan coming up, and then every 2 to 3 years after that, we got plans. We rolling. We set it out. We're going to achieve them goals, no matter what. Do housework or yard work together. Yard work ain't happening. We have an apartment. House ain't here yet, so here's people, they take care of that for us.
Yeah.
But we do be doing some housework, tag teaming. Gotten so much better on the washing of the clothes. So I ain't gotta worry about the dishes because that belongs to the children. They handle that for us. Except them pots though, they tripping with the pots. I don't know how the inside of the pot is white when it's supposed to be black. I don't get it.
Messing up the pots.
Study communication skills together and practice them.
Listening.
This is a part of the hot seat, always being honest, open, transparent, and the main thing is the communication. Everybody slips on the communication. Sometimes people's ears are closed because they want to get something out before they forget. So on to the next one. Treat your partner the way you would treat your best friend. Now that one's kind of interesting to me because that implies that the person you with ain't your best friend. That's a problem. That's a huge problem.
It wouldn't if you would read what's in the parentheses.
Treat your partner the way you should treat your best friend? What?
And in parentheses it
they
says...
should be your best friend.
Exactly.
Which is why in parentheses it says, would you just let me get to my point? Your partner should be your best friend. And if it ain't, might need to reevaluate some things.
If it ain't?
Yeah, if it ain't.
If they are?
No, if it ain't.
12.
Going comfort right now. Pray together, grow in your faith, and share a ministry together. Gotta pray, We fail miserably at that because, like she said, night shift, day shift. When do we see each other? Never shift. Just about. So, something we're working on. I think Sundays is probably going to be the best day for us to do it. So, yeah. Grow in the faith. We can only do that by communicating, not only between each other, but each other with the Lord. And most of the time that happens in fellowship. And where we fellowship is at Carver Baptist Church, on Hoover Street, 51st and Hoover, out in Los Angeles, California. So that's where we share. So if you need some ministry growth, you need to get full on the Word of God, you can head on over there and share a ministry together, which also they have a slew of ministries. So Pastor, how did he say this one? Share ministry, not literally we both go into the same ministry, but because you kids, I got my kids. I can hang out with the kids, but all that's.
How you gonna ask me a question and answer the question?
What did he say?
He said it doesn't necessarily mean that we work in the same ministry together, but that we participate when the ministries have community activities. So volunteer, taking the same shifts for whatever it is. Carver does Stay Connected every year, and so that would be a great example. We could take the same shift. He normally has a booth, whatever it is. Yep. Volunteer just to get it organized.
Yes, every year we plan on being there and donating, and that's because Wilson Financial people, the clientele, people watching and looking, and people will eventually going to join the Dove Club. Be able to make that happen so we can get even more books, backpacks out there for the kids, clothes. We've been going through our clothes, turning that stuff in early.
Yeah.
Because it's coming August. Comes in August. So stay on the lookout. Now we get to the touching. To the touching. And that's not what you think. That's not what you think it is.
I can't right now.
It sure ain't. You can. Because we're all in this. We are in this together.
So touching meaning just like that. Rubbing my back. Holding hands. Kisses. Not the other type of touching.
Not slipping and dipping. Not that type of touch. Just regular old touch.
Yeah. Middle school.
Yeah, middle school, PG. G. PG, you get a little interested. Just G.
Well, PG has kissing.
Just hold your hands. G ain't got no kiss.
I know, so I said PG because you're allowed to kiss.
Yeah.
You don't want to go further than that.
Okay. Yeah, parental guidance. So that way you can, tell your kids that touching this touch is okay. Not for my daughters though.
Delusional.
No, it ain't happening.
Alrighty, so the 12 ways to nurture your partner by touching.
What's the first one?
Okay. Hug often for no particular reason. That's not a hug.
It's all we can do because we're in school. We're at our desks. It's as close as of a hug you can get. We got the sidearm right now.
Always greet or leave with a kiss. Kiss when there's no occasion. Sit close to each other, whether in church or at home watching TV or filming your podcast.
Or doing push-ups literally like this, side by side. Let me get that. Come on.
Never. For every 5 of his push-ups is one of mine, so that would not work.
Yeah, that's true.
What was the next one? Go to bed at the same time and cuddle before you go to sleep. Allow a few minutes in the morning to hold each other before you get up.
Struggle. I'm a nada. She trying to become one, but it's just the body says no.
I've been conditioned all my life. 8 o'clock is bedtime. So.
All my life.
Exactly.
No, night
You're trying to
out.
fight the sleep.
I became a night owl in high school because of the IB program. That homework was no joke. So that's where it began. Staying up all night. Might as well do something now. So I'll be doing stuff to the wee hours. It's terrible. But we gotta get better at that. There are a couple times, there's a couple times, but not to that extent as it says here. So we gotta try to implement that in there.
Mm-hmm. Show as much concern for your partner's body as you do for your own.
I think we do a pretty good job at that, pushing each other, to get better. Eat right. See, we looking out for each other's bodies and cut out the red meat. Can't let the bacon go. Gotta have bacon.
He can't.
Gotta have the bacon. As one of the children back there had to use the restroom, couldn't do it with the door closed, so y'all got to hear it. But it's all good.
Practice expressing your love through. I lost it. Practice expressing your love through the medium of tender touch. Find out what feels good to your partner. Sorry.
The only way you know that is by communicating, That's the only way you would know.
Yeah.
Like, don't touch me like that. You gotta do it like that. You never know. You gotta communicate.
Like that.
You gotta communicate. Do it again. No. You gotta communicate. It's the only way. It's the only way you know is by talking to each other. You gotta be actively engaged. It doesn't have to be sexual, but it can be sensual.
Yeah.
So sensual touching. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. Give each other back massages, back rubs, massages. Use a pleasing lotion or scented oil and enjoy. Yes, that is powerful, and the pocketbook will take care of that for sure. Have the professionals do it.
So
you mess around, you walk out and be like, because I don't know how to rub. That's not my thing. I don't be touching feetses. I don't be touching no fetuses. None of that stuff.
Foots.
No footses. Foots. Big job. Funny stuff.
So you would rather somebody else give me a
Yeah,
back rub?
Yeah, you done it recently. Ain't no big deal. You went to the spa and had whatever. So that's fine by me.
Okay.
Take a shower or bath together. Be lighthearted and sensuous. Oh, there goes that word.
Except when he hogs all the hot water.
But regardless, it is very cost effective in my book.
Except when he
We're
hogs
both
all the hot water.
in there and out of there. Keep that water bill low. Develop positive feelings towards your own body. We are both working on that because I am labeled as skinny and I don't like that. I need to, Megatron that thing. So I have to work towards accepting my body is what it is. It's been this way for 28 years.
I'm fluffy. I don't want to be fluffy, so yeah.
So we gotta work on it. Stay in physical contact while going to sleep. That could be, laying on the chest, laying on the body, cuddling from the side, the spoon. Gotta be the big spoon.
One of these.
But some guys, it's okay. Sometimes you want to be the little spoon. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm cool with it.
No.
It's happened to me a time or two.
Twice, literally.
For like a minute, but it's okay.
So uncomfortable.
Now you know.
No, it's uncomfortable because there is no way that spooning with you being 6'6" and me being 5'1" makes sense. Like,
tell the truth. 4'11". Why do you always do that?
not 4'11". I'm 5'1".
Hold hands when you take a walk. Not a holding hands type of guy. That's just not my thing. But she wants to lock it up.
I do that.
She wants people to see high up here. right at your eye level. Take it. Don't even be stern. Okay? Enjoy the thrill of holding hands anytime. We be holding hands. Well,
occasionally.
Yeah, occasionally.
But it's not a big thing for either of us. So
yeah. After the wedding day, we're gonna be holding hands for real for other things. Think of ways to say I love you by tender touch. She's been smacking me across the face this whole entire episode, and that is my tender touch. I think, did I start that?
You did.
Yeah, so, that's what we do. It's our thing. Just, just like that.
The first time he did it to me, I was surprised. I was like, why is your hand on my face right now?
Love tap.
It wasn't hard. It didn't hurt or anything. It was literally just, his hand is just so, like, it's my whole face. I didn't understand.
Yeah, and she tries. So, it's all good.
I gotta, like, literally go like this.
She gotta come with a little force, a little hand.
Otherwise, it doesn't work.
I can just use my 2 fingers and the job is done.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So that's the for you, the sharing and the touching. So now you got the overall, what do we call it? We call it,
best.
What did he call it? His best plan for nurturing your spouse. So you got the blessing, you got the edifying, you got the sharing and the touching. And you got to do these things, all together, consistently every single day, because you don't want your relationship to fall into a pit. You don't want those things. But, some pits are good. I ain't talking about armpits. I ain't talking about a pit you done fell in. I'm talking about there's power in transparency. There's power in testimonies. And that's with our very good friends, our brother and sis in Christ, and literally almost just about blood. Darnell and
Dominique.
Yes, Darnell and Dom. So we're going to drop that link in the description so that way you can watch their YouTube videos and you can catch them on their podcast as well. So without further ado, this is our turn to talk about us. So you can find us on the YouTube. We have Living with QFLO. That's with us and the kids having a good old grand time doing random stuff, celebrating birthdays. Then you got the hot seat, which you're looking at right now. Mm-hmm. Sometimes this seat gets hot, but this is the hot seat podcast. The girls wanted to do another thing where we have fun with games and go out to different places and eat and talk about things. So we'll be calling it something. I don't know if it's matters of the family matters, family fun time. We have no idea. But we would like for you guys to respond with a nice little creative, title for this type of segment with Living with QFLO. So the YouTube is there. We got the Instagram for real. We'll be posting things up there geared towards the podcast, right. And different questions are coming soon. Right now we're just putting influential quotes that I have come up with that help me, during my you don't know. But there was a phase in which I just, was just terrible, all alone, depressed, heartache, and just fell into understanding love. And different things came across my head, and I find myself looking back on it and be like, oh, man, that's a good one right there. And then some of the stuff she comes up with too. So we just got quotes and phrases up there and little picks. So you guys can double tap on with some love, some hearts, and some comments. And then we got the book face. You can always catch us on the book face, where we're always putting the Living with QFLO episodes up there, and we'll be putting up the new one as well with the kids, with the weekend things I was telling you about that we ain't got no title to yet. And you can catch us on there too. All platforms are going to be Living with QFLO, just keeping it simple, keeping it trill for real. And there's something else we got. What's the other thing? We
also have an email address.
There we go.
LifeWithQFLO@gmail.com. Again, that is LifeWithQ, the letter, FLO @gmail.com. So
Yes.
you can send comments if you want to be on the podcast as a family that's going through blending of any sort, just let us know.
For sure, because we want to hear what you guys have gone through. So that way we can get some information for us to be on the lookout for different things that could be happening, or just a casual conversation of different topics that we have to overcome, because blending families is not easy. And also, if you have any comments, you have any topics that we have not covered that you would like for us to cover, you can always just send us an email there as well. So thank you guys for tuning in to the pre-marriage counseling episode, I don't know, but part B to the B. And this is the st. And we're going to get the st on up out of here.
Thank you guys.
All righty.